filmed a lot of video on my channel, but this particular one is definitely gonna be one of the most embarrassing video you've watched on my channel. To be very honest, I am really very sad to film this video. I don't know if you guys saw the recent video trending all over social media, the Lagos cake picnic that has got a lot of people reacting. I mean, the world is literally talking about it. The likes of African Americans, Black Americans are reacting. They kept asking, is this a country or a zoo? I'm going to show you guys the moments both South Africans, Ghanaians we are seeing, comparing what it feels like to have a proper clean cake festival in Ghana and South Africa versus what it looks like to have the same cake festival in Nigeria. To be very honest, who colonized Nigeria? Let's quickly take it down to the videos that is currently trending. And as always, I have a lot to say at the end of the video. Watch these videos.
Come with me to Ghana's first cake festival, and it was a success. The talent Ghanaian bakers have, it's just mind-blowing. The cakes were so beautiful. You can see handcrafted work. You should have been there. If you missed this, you know.
Free cake at Ghana Cake Festival.
The struggle, the suffer is real.
Kindly hold my hand while I say this uncomfortable truth that all of us know is true, but we get offended when we are reminded. Hold my hand. The average Nigerian is a bad person. The average Nigerian will cheat his or her neighbor if there is no consequence. The average Nigerian is not a good person. Not all, but the average Nigerian. Some months back, I did a video talking about a cake picnic in Nigeria. You know, that it would be nice. I was reacting to a video abroad where some Wimbos did a cake picnic where, you know, bakers in the area, the best bakers, they will come together, they will bring their cakes, all the bakers will go around tasting the cake. It's a fun thing to do. If you remember, I did a cake picnic and I said it would be nice if we did it in Nigeria, that I don't mind doing it. I just said it randomly, and some brands reached out to me and said, oh, they will support me. One location in Lekki reached out. People said they were willing to drop money. Like all the money that they said all together, it was close to 20 million naira that they said. But one thing people don't know about me is that while I love attention online and I like the internet and I love Nigerians online, in real life, I don't like human beings. I genuinely don't like human beings. I don't like to interact with Nigerians in person. People organized it. Other countries, they've done their own. Other countries, in every video I've seen of other countries doing cake events, it will make you want to do your own. I think Ghana has done it once, I think. I can swear I've seen Ghana do theirs, and it was smooth, it was normal. The white people's own, they were, you know, showing cakes and then we reached Nigeria, whose fault is it? You spoiled it, whose fault is it? Is it Tinubu's? Whose fault is it? Is it Tinubu's fault? When I say this with my full chest, thank God I have no political aspirations. The average Nigerian is a bad person. And if they will not catch you, if the consequences will not be there, the average Nigerian, if given a chance, will cheat their neighbor.
Watching that whole cake festival thing just made me feel sad. Like, instead of me being angry and mad at Nigerians, I just felt very sad because the level of poverty that you'd experience, that Nigerians have been experiencing for centuries and ages, that strip away the humanity from them. Like, most Nigerians are not operating like normal human beings. They're operating on survival mode, especially in Lagos. I'm very sure the people that like participated in it now, they'll probably feel proud of themselves, like, oh, they're able to get the most cake. But it's just so sad to see that you don't even know how human beings are meant to operate without having to think of what you're getting out of it or what you're going to gain or how you're going to outsmart people. Like, it's just very sad. Like, that's animalistic behavior, that's animalistic mentality, and they keep us in that animalistic mentality on purpose, because they know if we operate like human beings and we think like human beings, we'll see how unfair and how livid most things are. Because the more we can afford basic amenities, the more we live on survival mode, and the more we live on survival mode, the more we can't think and calm down and really realize how damaged our society is and how the system is not benefiting all at all. It's just made to only benefit the top 1% that are gaining from capitalism. So it's just very, very sad to see, and I feel very, very bad for most Lagosians and Nigerians are not even able to live and exist without thinking of survival first, without that being their priority. I feel very, very sad for most people like that.
Lagos people, is everything okay? Because like I just saw videos of that cake picnic thing. What happened? I need a story time. I need someone to come on here and give me a story time because I've been watching videos and I still don't know what happened. I'm coming. Let me add one video. Several cake picnic videos. Heck, I even went to one in Abuja. It was not so like it was normal. Let me say it was normal. But the one I just saw now.
Have you seen the video? Watch this. It's freaking chaos. The cake picnic is meant to be this very civilized affair where people go up in time slots with a knife and they cut a little slice and then they go and sit down again. That lady, she just poured the whole plate of cake into her box. It's hysterical. Oh my God, I love it so much. Let me show you what the London cake picnic actually looked like. This is the arrival. Look at all the cakes on a beautiful white blanket, and the knives are there and the cakes are looking perfect and everyone is sort of standing around admiring the cake. And then after about half an hour we were given pizza boxes and we were put into time slots and we got to walk around the table cutting a slice of any cake we want. Look at that, it's so polite. She's using a cake knife and she's putting it neatly in her box. You can see it's so civilized. Honestly, next year, I think I'm going to Nigeria.
So this thing just highlights kind of one of the things that I've observed since moving to Nigeria about 9 months ago. And this is the fact that the social contracts that govern a functioning society do not apply, do not work here in Nigeria, period. And there are many examples of this. There are many examples of this when you look at, for instance, just standing in a simple queue, a line. No. When you look at traffic, people driving down one ways, people, cutting lights, boom. And even something that, is a small thing, but is my biggest pet peeve is when people, are just talking in a movie theater. This happens so much. You go to a cinema, and a social contract, says that, okay, when we're in the movie theater, you shh, and if you're going to say something, whisper. No, not in Lagos. People will have full-on conversations in the middle of a movie. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And I'm the type of I'll say something, I'll call it out. But the thing is, those social contracts are in place because we as a society agree that I respect you and you respect me. And because there are so many of us, we need to adhere to these contracts in order for society to function. But as we saw from the Lagos cake event, no. But whose fault was it, right? Whose fault was it? People say, oh, blame the organizers. It's not just the organizers. It's not just the organizers. We can't blame everything on the leadership and organizations and management. After a certain while, we need to take accountability for the fact that this type of behavior is embedded in the fabric of society here. And why is that? It's because there's no accountability and there are no consequences. And this brings me to my next point. The social contracts are one thing, right? But then there's a disregard, there's no regard for law and order here because there is no accountability. There are no consequences, very, very little consequences to breaking the law or breaking, those social contracts, right? Why? Because police are severely, severely underpaid here in Nigeria. Honestly, we need to increase the pay of police officers because they enforce the law. But without adequate pay, there is no incentive to enforce the law, right? So people just get away with doing things because they know there are no consequences. So what we witnessed at the Lagos cake, cake fest or cake picnic or whatever it was the symptom of a problem that's deeply, deeply embedded here in the fabric of Nigeria and really, frankly, won't change until we start, holding people accountable at, the government level, but also at the social, contract level. It's not always about government enforcing, it's about also we, holding each other accountable. And that just doesn't happen here in Nigeria.
See, I don't think I have posted on TikTok in like over 2 months, but today my fire has lightened because the way I saw this Lagos Cake Festival, where apparently it's been happening everywhere. I didn't even know this was a thing. But the cakes that I saw, very nice cake, 5 minutes later, your hands, you go put them inside as if you are trying to grab the last piece of food on earth. Where are your manners? Because if your parents are here seeing all the videos of these people who are out here acting this way over cake, it's a piece of cake. I beg, pack yourself. Which type of nonsense is this? Instead of going like a civilized human, cut one size for yourself, you go put your hand inside like this. Your hand where I don't know where it has been. Nonsense. I beg, please, use your manners.
So why did the organizers allow people who weren't bringing cakes to enter the event? And they are now online apologizing to people that they are sorry about how chaotic the thing was. Who wants your apology? Unless your apology is coming with a refund, nobody's interested in what you have to say, because you can't say you didn't know, because this is not a new event. It has been happening. So you could have gotten in contact with the people who have been doing this in other cities, or even if you couldn't get across any of them, just watch the videos that they have been putting out and you will know exactly how they did it. I've only seen one or two, prior to this, I've only seen one or two videos, and I knew that it was, you bring a cake, you can enter. You don't bring a cake, you don't enter. So why did you allow your greed to blind you? Now let's talk about the people who were there, like the actual people who went for the event. They were people, you guys, Nigerians, our things are just always different. People were grabbing at cake with their bare hands. Like, as in they were choking their hand. You guys, if you've not seen those videos, you won't believe what I'm saying. How can you go to a public event and you're using your hand to grab cakes? I swear, if I was there, I wouldn't have eaten anything in that place, because I don't know where your hands have been. You could have picked your nose, you could have scratched all your whole blockers, you could have been jumping everywhere all day, touching agbero, touching strangers, touching railings. You're not going to put your hands in cake that other people are going to eat. Again, greed and selfishness. You don't care how your behavior affects other people. Yes, you paid to enter, but other people also paid to enter. So why are you being so disgusting? There's even a young lady whose video I saw who said that she took a cake to the event, but she didn't even get to taste her own cake, not to talk about anybody else's cake, because of the chaos, the way people were just behaving like animals, and she didn't want to join into the throng. So people who baked entire cakes and took to that event didn't even get to try any cake at all. And this is not an African or black thing. It is a Nigerian thing, because they did cake picnic in South Africa and Kenya, and none of this happened there. And it is also not a uniquely Lagos thing, because I'm hearing some people trying to say that this is only Lagos. They did cake picnic in Abuja and it wasn't this bad. Yes, it wasn't as bad as the Lagos one. The Abuja one wasn't as bad as the Lagos one, but it was because the Abuja one wasn't as crowded. Because I live in Abuja and I didn't even hear that they were doing cake picnic. So they didn't publicize it enough. So if they had and there were a lot of people, I guarantee the same thing would have happened in Abuja that happened in Lagos. Because even in the videos of the Abuja one that I saw, people were still misbehaving there. You guys, why must Nigeria, why must our own things always have K-leg? This thing is not a difficult thing to organize. I swear to you, can pick any random person off the street and tell them the premise of this event and they can organize it in 2 days. It's not difficult, it's not complicated. But because of greed, everybody's just doing anywhere but left face. And whenever I say that, yes, we have bad leaders in this country, but the people, Nigerians, are the main problem of this country, people always attack me. But are you people now seeing? Because was Tinubu in that cake picnic? Was your state governor in that picnic? Was your senator in that picnic? Was your House of Rep member in that picnic? Was your local government chairman in that picnic? Nigerians, honestly, we need to do better, because my goodness, like, this is the reason we can't have anything nice in this country.
Y'all saw the videos that's going viral of the cake picnic in Nigeria and how them people was acting a fool over cake, and it just looks crazy and chaotic and everybody's trying to get a piece of cake, versus the cake picnics in, like, I think different parts of Asia, it seems. I don't know. I'm not completely sure where the other people are from, but they're not Nigerian. And y'all notice how, like, when you look in the comment section of those videos, or when you hear people talking about it, we're all black. They just group us all together. And I made a video about this before, where a lot of times, like, people see stuff in the media, because we live in America. Everybody comes here. Like, we are literally surrounded by other black people from the diaspora. They're in our country. So when they do bad stuff, we also take the rep, and we also get the bad rep, and we're also held responsible, and we're supposed to be accountable for how they behave when they're behaving poorly or when they acting bad. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the things, a lot of the debauchery that you see in the media is not always black American people. And this is like a prime example. They're like, oh, look at black people. Oh, black people this, black people that. But when it's something positive, it's, oh, the first Nigerian scholar, and, oh, the Liberians bought Essence, and, oh, like, they're specific when it comes to accolades or something to be proud of or an accomplishment. But when it's bad and when it's negativity, it's just black people. And I don't even think that happened in America. But I'm just saying, even on the internet, when they're seen doing bad things, it's just all black people. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Spread love, Mr. Brooklyn. We can't catch a fucking break.
Most times we make videos and we have so many clashbacks coming from fellow Nigerians, why are you always picking the bad things that has happened in Nigeria? Why don't you promote the good ones? To be very honest, if you know me very well, if you're an OG here, you know that I balance my content, and I balance my content very, very well. I saw this particular video and it hurts me. It hurts me because I believe that we can do better. I took you guys down to what it feels like having a proper cake festival in South Africa, in Ghana, in other countries. Why are our own very, very different? Most times Nigerians are always quick to blame the government. We are always quick to drag the government, that government is not doing well, government has a lot of lapses and all that. But what are you as an individual, as a good citizen of the country Nigeria? How are you portraying the name? Can you guys, like, what is this? Like, this is embarrassing. Are you guys acting like you've not eaten cake before? What kind of humiliating videos? Like, what is the level? What? I just don't know. Of the fact that our own very food critic, number one food critic in Nigeria, called Obeyemi, has something to say about this. If you're watching and you don't have anything to say about this, I kind of think it is your problem. It is your fault. Because in as much as most times we try to balance the things, kind of content we create, there's absolutely nothing to justify the actions of these people. They've actually had cake festival in Abuja, even though that one seems to be clean. Do you think it has a lot to do with Lagosians? Are these people created to be mad? Like, what the heck is this? Like, how bad? How can... Hey, to be very honest, I am speechless. I am speechless. Seeing the cake festival and the way even the white people, like Americans, are reacting. The black Americans are reacting. They kept asking, what is happening in this country? Why is Nigeria this bad? What is really going on? We can do better. We should stop washing our dirty linens outside. If that change should start from you. The change should start from you. What the heck is this? Like, there's absolutely nothing to justify the attitude of these people. There's absolutely nothing to justify the attitude of these people. Is this hunger? Is this poverty? You cannot comport yourself? That means if you guys can behave like this, where you have cake displays, what are you going to do when you attend the wedding? So you guys cannot walk around buffet? If you claim to be giants of Africa, what exactly do you have to show for it? Like, why is Nigerians always trending for the wrong reasons? You guys will soon make it to CNN. They are dragging cake on TV. In as much as I know that this country is poor, in as much as we have a long way to go, but there are limits to what we can do. There should be limits to what we can do. When we tell you that Nigerians should learn from Ghana, Nigerians should learn from South Africa, it will look as if we are deliberately, intentionally criticizing the country Nigeria. But see, I shall make sure that I showed you guys what it looks like to have a cake picnic in South Africa, what it looks like to have a cake picnic in Ghana. Because some people might be like, it's because they've never had cake picnics in Ghana and South Africa. That's why it's like this. Africa will be Africa. No, there's always something different about Nigeria. There's always something exceptional about this country, Nigeria, both good and bad. See, to be very honest, I know that we are hungry, but at least it has come from the president's mouth. He said, we are hungry, but we can manage our hunger. Right? See, let us respect ourselves when it comes to a good gathering, because it's trending. A lot of people are reacting. It has gone global. People have so many things to say about it, and to be very honest, whatever thing these guys have to say about it is nothing but shame, bashing the country in Nigeria. And on the long run, this is exactly what you guys deserve. Because if you want that good name, if you want people to promote you amicably, you have to give them reasons to continue to do that. This is actually highly embarrassing. And to be very honest, I don't want to say I'm ashamed to be a Nigerian, because this is actually overboard. Nothing as in, you will definitely come back home. No matter where you find yourself, no matter how far you've gone in this life, you will definitely come back home, because home is where your heart belongs. But we need to do better. Let us stop these people calling us, tagging us zoo country, tagging us animal country, because on the long run, we actually behave like animals. There's absolutely no country that will tolerate the kind of things we did. How do you think people that came with their cakes to display their works, how do you think they will feel seeing you guys do this? Like, this thing can actually lead to stampede. It can actually lead to stampede. It can lead to stampede. This is very degrading, very humiliating, very, very sad. To be very honest, I came back from church and I was like, I need to react on this video as ASAP. Because I'm going to end here, because I want you to tell me what you think in the comment section. If this is your first time coming across my face, I am Uju. I'm not always this sad, please. This cake stuff is provoking me. I'm not always this sad. Okay, I'm going to end here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Bye, guys.